Hello, welcome to the Bourbon and College podcast. I'm Austin. Let's get started. I have a very special guest today, Mr. Thomas Gandy. Say hey, Thomas.
Hello.
So, Thomas, tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Oh, well, I'm a student at Louisiana State University, LSU. I am your roommate. In terms of alcohol knowledge, I drink beer, and that's about it. I don't really know too much about whiskey.
Perfect. We're going to change that today. So, I have for you an American whiskey, which is a bourbon from Buffalo Trace, kind of your baseline bourbon. I have a Irish whiskey, which is Redbreast 12 year, kind of right above the lowest level of Irish whiskey. And then we have Monkey Shoulder, which is a bottom level in price.
Now,
tastes really good Scotch.
I don't know when this podcast will be released, when it comes with the bracket challenge you're doing. Will we know the bracket, the winner, by the time this podcast is over?
No, so the same week this podcast was released right now, I'm going to release the semifinal round. I actually might do the semifinals and the finals in the same video. So
Monkey Shoulder has won the hearts of the country with its valiant effort as a 10th seed, making it all the way to the Final Four.
Yeah, so it's been impressive. We'll keep watching that. I have that to film this week, so we'll see. All right, so let's start by trying the first whiskey, which is a bourbon, which is what my show's all about.
Now this is mine right here?
Yeah, that's yours right there. So don't just taste it.
We gotta sniff it.
Yeah, you sniff it. It's called the nose.
The nose.
Yeah, don't stick your nose in there because it's gonna hurt.
Right.
Find out where it goes from smelling it to stinging, and then back up a little bit.
Gotcha.
It helps sometimes if you open your mouth when you're smelling.
Okay, I found it.
What do you smell? What does it smell like to you? There's no wrong answers.
Oh man, I don't even... I gotta say, it just smells like... You know what? Maybe like a vanilla?
There you go.
Okay. Would that be right?
I mean, it's whatever you get. It's different for everybody.
I got a little bit of vanilla.
No, most bourbons have that.
Okay.
That's kind of
that's a common occurrence.
So, bourbon, the mash bill or the grains it's made out of, it's at least 51% corn, and then the rest is either rye, wheat, or barley. So you get a lot of corn.
Corn.
So that's the kind of the vanilla in there. Does it smell sweet to you?
It does. Got a sweet smell to it.
I get almost a lemon on it.
You're right. You know, it's hard for someone who's never done this before to really get the smells right, but when you say it, it makes sense.
That's why a lot of people who do reviews, they start off by listening to reviews. They actually have a smelling set where you get a set of essential oils of different common scents in whiskey. And so you know what that smells like. So when I say vanilla, you can go to the smelling set and say, all right, this is what he means by vanilla. So it's kind of interesting, but it's really expensive.
So we're going to go for a taste here?
Yeah, so let's go for a taste.
Okay. It's a stinger, I must say.
So try to chew on it a little bit. That's a bad choice of words.
Okay, what do you just like?
It takes a while to get used to it. It's fun. I should have gotten this on video.
I'm tasting it.
Do you taste anything besides alcohol?
I gotta say, I do taste some vanilla.
Good, yeah. Now, obviously, it's 40% alcohol.
Yeah.
You're not gonna come off from drinking beers and just
It's hard
and just taste everything there.
Okay.
So what I would do, we'll do it on the next one since you're almost out, is add a few drops of water from your water bottle to kind of
add it to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll show you how to do that.
Okay. Okay. You want me to add it right now or something?
Yeah, so first, drink some water.
Okay.
To kind of clean your
We're about to add water to the red breast.
Redbreast.
Redbreast single
Red
pot
breast.
still.
Yep. So the pot still is kind of an Irish
Right.
tradition. That's how the
Gotcha.
traditional things are made. Bourbon's usually a column still.
Right.
They do have some pot still bourbons, but
Okay.
so just put a little, and there you go.
There we go. Okay.
It's not going to make a huge difference. It's still going to
Okay.
be rough, but
Right.
so I believe so. All three of these, or these two at least, are 40% alcohol. So
Right.
that is the bare minimum to be considered a whiskey. Below 40,
The minimum.
or to be considered a spirit.
Okay.
Below 40%, it's a liqueur.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
yeah, so that's now Fireball's lower than
Right.
40%.
Right.
So I almost gave you some as a bottom, but
Yeah.
all right. So first the nose, right?
Okay.
It's
Right in the middle.
completely different.
Oh yeah.
What do you smell?
I would not. I don't know what I'm smelling, but there is a clear difference between this one and the Buffalo Trace.
So where the Buffalo Trace differs from these two is, I said this is at least 51% corn.
Okay.
These two are 100% malted barley. So that's what you get. Like beer is usually malted
Right.
barley. So it's almost like a butterscotch is what you get
Right.
on 100% or high barley
Okay.
drinks. So you want to taste it?
Yeah. Let's go for it. The water does help, I must say. There is a difference.
And Irish whiskeys are a lot. The word they use in the industry is prettier. It's a lot less attack.
Gotcha.
Even if you had it without anything. Got that Diet Dr. Pepper
I got-
palate
there's
cleanser.
A shameless plug here. Diet Dr. Pepper.
We are not sponsored by Diet Dr.
Mm-mm.
Pepper. We could be sponsored by Appliance Distributors, though.
I'll have to talk to my father, Appliance Distributors of Louisiana, on PQ Lane if you live in the Baton Rouge area. That's not bad, I must say.
So, you probably heard of Jameson, I'm sure.
Right.
That's your kind of classic Irish. But that's a blended Irish, so it's a blend of different whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this is single pot still. So all of this came from one maker, one distiller, one pot still. And it's single malt, so it's made from one distillery from one grain, which is barley. Now, the Monkey Shoulder, which is a Scotch, it's a blended malt. So that means the blended means it's from multiple distilleries. The malt means it's 100% malted barley.
Gotcha.
You have blended grain, which is different distilleries, different grains.
Okay.
So if the Buffalo Trace was in Scotland, it would be considered a single grain. So one distillery, different grains.
Gotcha.
So let's try the Monkey Shoulder.
This is
You want to
Monkey
add water
Shoulder.
to it?
No, let's just do the Monkey Shoulder straight up.
Okay.
What is the story on the Monkey Shoulder?
So, Monkey Shoulder is an affliction kind of like tennis elbow, is the best way to describe it. Back in the early days of Scotch, mass production of Scotch, they would hire usually kids to shovel the peat, which is the kind of like their coal. It's dry grass, mud and grass that they burn in Scotland to make Scotch. And so these people would be shoveling all day, every day, and their shoulders would be so hurt that they kind of droop down, and that was called Monkey Shoulder. But so this is, it's cheaper. It's
Okay.
I mean, around here it's like $26, $27, which for a Scotch is really cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy. It's nothing. It's not gonna hurt you.
Okay, let's go for it.
Let's smell it first.
Little smell.
It's a lot
It's
closer to this.
not as strong of a smell as the other two.
No, it's not. It's easy. It's
Right.
It's sweet.
It does. That's not bad. I must say, it's easy. It goes down easy. The first one, the Buffalo Trace, that was a hard one.
And that being the first one of the day, it's kind of
Okay.
a shock too.
Gotcha.
But so these two I picked these on purpose because
Okay.
all three of these really are really the easiest one from each country I have. But bourbons and American whiskeys in general usually like to hit you in the face with
Right.
something. But Scotch will do that too, but not this one. Scotch is separated into regions, and I know I've made you try Lefroy before.
Right.
The gasoline.
Yes.
That
Yes.
one is that gasoline taste you get. That's from the peat.
Okay.
That's that's what makes that. But yeah, so what'd you think? Are you a whiskey drinker now?
We're getting there. The
like
shoulder monkey and the red breast. I'm impressed. I'm gonna have to work on my Buffalo Trace though.
Sounds like you're gonna be a Scotch guy.
Maybe so. You never know.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Do you have anything to plug? Any social media?
No. I'm sure I'll be back on the show though.
Yeah.
Another appearance, and if I feel like plugging something, then we'll do that.
All right, guys. So for my review today, I kind of broke the bank. I know this is all about budget and everything, but I've been looking for this for a long time, and I found it in my budget, so it worked out. I'm trying Angel's Envy Finished Rye, which is a rye whiskey finished in Caribbean rum casks. It's 50% ABV, so 100 proof, and it does not have an age statement necessarily, but it is a rye, which is a little different. This is only, I think, the second rye, maybe third rye I've tried on the show. But I hear amazing things about this, which has made me really want to get it. It's in a beautiful bottle. It's in the same bottle shape as other Angel's Envy, the wings and everything, but it's got the green labeling, a little picture of the rye. It's pretty. It's going to sit nice on my top shelf. All right, so let's get to it. Right away on the nose, I get the sugary molasses sense of the rum, but not overpoweringly sweet like a lot of rums are to me. I get a little bit of rice spice, but it almost smells like a sweet candy. It's like nothing I've smelled before. It's not like any rye I've smelled, even like any whiskey or really like any rum I smelled. I almost get like toasted marshmallow. It's really complex, and that's just on the nose. Oh, I'm so excited to dig into this one. Right away, it tastes like one of my favorite ice creams, Bluebell's Christmas cookie. So it's got the Christmas spice in it. I'm assuming that's from the rye, but it's really sweet. But it's like a dark sweetness. It's not cloyingly sweet. It's definitely, someone described it as dessert. It's definitely like a dessert. Compared to a lot of whiskeys, it's sweet, but to me it doesn't hit cloying at all. It's definitely a great dessert, which I don't usually get from ryes. Ryes are a little bit more spicy. Even on the older, like the Whistle Pig, that tastes like candy, it doesn't taste like a dessert to me. Y'all, that finish is all spice. All like chai or Christmas spice. Ginger snap cookie. Y'all, this is amazing. So, people weren't lying about this one. It is, I'm just going to skip to the review of it. It's a keep. It is the best $90 I've ever spent. This has really blown my mind, honestly. 50% ABV too. It has more flavor than a 50% to me, but definitely has the lack of heat that a lower ABV would give you. I can't get over the smell and the taste. The finish is not super long, but it's there. It's all spice. It's spice. It's not all spice. It is sweet, chai, spicy. Alright, y'all need to get you a bottle of this or a sample of this. Let me know. Maybe we can work something out. This is awesome. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks again to Thomas, our guest. Apologize for some weird audio in this one. This is the first time we've had a 2 mic setup and not in my studio. So it's been a learning experience, but thanks for putting up with it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know. If y'all want to interview, join the Patreon. You'll hear all that in a second. Thanks, everybody. Cheers.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Bourbon in College podcast. If you like the show, give it a 5-star review on your favorite podcast directory. If you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/bourbonincollege, where you can pledge as little as $1 a month and get access to our patron exclusive podcast feed where I do special episodes every week. If you pledge $5 a month, you will get a 3D printed custom Bourbon in College coaster and Glencairn top. And if you pledge $20 a month, you get to be interviewed on the podcast. Find me on Instagram at bourbon_n_college. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. Just search Bourbon in College. Go to bourbonincollege.com to see where you can find me. All the podcast channels are there. My YouTube channel is on there. All my social media, the Patreon page. So that's your one-stop shop for everything. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next time.